gave yourself a generational curse and you don't even know it. And once you break this generational curse, which I'm going to show you how to do, life starts working out. You start getting the things you want. You start getting blessed instead of cursed. So first I need to define what is a curse. The definition of a curse is a solemn utterance designed to invoke supernatural power in order to cause harm or punishment to somebody else. So let me break down what that means. What is a solemn utterance? So the word solemn means genuine, right? And genuine means basically truthful, sincere, emotionally true. That's what solemn means. An utterance is something spoken, invoking supernatural power. So what you are doing is using, when someone curses somebody, they're using emotional energy to invoke supernatural power through their speech. When I'm talking about supernatural power, I'm not talking about X-Men, okay? I'm not talking about, you know, making lightning come out of your hands like Storm or something. Supernatural would be anything outside of the physical realm. That's what supernatural is. But where does supernatural phenomena come from? You need to watch my 3 Planes of Money video to understand this, so you understand that reality is broken down into 3 planes: spiritual, mental, and physical. So where's the supernatural going to come from? It's going to come from things outside of the physical realm. So that means the mental and the spiritual realm. So when you utilize your emotions, solemn utterance, right? Emotional conviction with your words, that is drawing on power from the spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm is connected to your emotions. And then you use speech to cast that power from the spiritual realm and the mental realm into the physical realm towards somebody, something, to cause harm. This is a form of curse. So I'm not talking about people setting up all kind of magic and cauldrons and whatever in the movies, even though people do this. And the reason people do this is so they can tap more into that emotional side of things. When they have the spectacle, basically, it allows them to tap more into their emotional side. But you don't need, nobody needs to do that in order to cast a curse. And I'm not telling you how to curse people. This is not like a thing. I'm gonna get to it. I'm not telling you how to curse people, because you have cursed yourself and cursed other people, and your parents have cursed you and all this type of stuff, because they have told things to you with solemn utterances that have invoked supernatural power that have harmed you. You understand? There may be people in your life who told you you were ugly and they really meant it, or told you you'd be broke for the rest of your life and they really meant it, and they had power in their words, emotional power, and it affected you. That is a form of curse. Do you understand? Now, what you got to understand, this is especially prevalent for black people in the black community, this whole idea of generational curses, that basically somebody put a curse on your generation, or somebody in your ancestry did something that cursed your family. And this is not true, okay? And I'm going to explain to you why, but I need to explain the origins of where this whole idea comes from of generational curses. Hopefully I'm looking into the camera. I don't know where the hell I'm looking, but anyways, y'all pay attention. The idea of generational curses, especially in the black community, it comes from slavery and religion. So basically, during slavery, particularly in America, black people were told that they were the descendants of Cain. And if you read the Bible, it says that Cain's generations would be cursed. Cain is um, the older son of Adam and Eve, and he ends up killing his brother Abel out of jealousy. And due to that jealousy and due to that action, God says that Cain's generations will be cursed. So the best way to enslave people is actually not with whips and violence, but it's with mental slavery. It is with solemn utterances, cursing them, right? So black people, essentially, were led to believe that they were from a cursed generation. The word believe in this case is very, very important because what you believe is what will import into your reality. What you believe is what will happen in your life. For example, if someone believes that the earth is flat and someone else believes that the earth is round, you will be very hard pressed to convince one of the other. If someone believes the earth is round, speaking to someone who is a flat earther, you are not going to convince them, and vice versa. Because belief does not care about physical realm facts. In fact, somebody who believes the earth is flat, for instance, which I'm just using this as an example. If you believe the earth is flat or not, I don't really care. But someone who believes that the earth is flat lives in an entirely different reality than somebody who believes the earth is round. You understand? But we are on the same planet. And here's the thing about logic, because people will say, oh, that doesn't logically make sense. It doesn't matter. Your logic will justify the things you believe. It will find evidence for the things you believe. So if you believe that you're ugly, your logical mind will find evidence to prove that to you. If you believe that you're broke, your logical mind will find evidence to prove it to you. So if you believe that the earth is flat, your logical mind will find evidence to prove it to you. And if you believe the earth is round, your logical mind will find evidence to prove it to you. So the physical realm, it doesn't really matter because most of it's an illusion. It's a projection from your mind. Most of what you see is your mind filling in the gaps of what it thinks it sees, because you only see less than 1% of reality, right? So this word believe is very important. People were led to believe that they were cursed, and it was wrapped up in religion, which makes it even harder to break, because religion puts these bonds on people that they once again believe. So it was wrapped up in the Bible. They used the Bible to tell black people that they were generationally cursed. And there are people who believe that and told it to their generations going on. And now you're sitting here thinking that you're generationally cursed. Now, how do you end up believing something? There's two ways you end up believing something: through evidence or through authority. And this is very tricky, very maniacally well thought out thing by the slave trade. So if you're a slave, who's your evidence and your authority? The slave master, the people enslaving people. They are the authority. So they tell you that you're generationally cursed, and then you have evidence around you that you're a slave and your living conditions are trash and you get beaten and these terrible things happen to you, and you start believing that you are cursed. You start believing that they are correct because they're the authority and they've created evidence around you. Well, really, you've created evidence around you. It's a different story. Created evidence around you that what they're telling you is true when it's not true. You understand? So they use the evidence and authority. That's usually how you believe something, to make you believe that you're generationally cursed. Now, here's the thing. People curse themselves every day. They actually don't even need anyone else to do it. They curse themselves every day. They speak solemn utterances that invoke supernatural power that harms them by themselves. You tell yourself all sorts of negative things about yourself. You tell yourself that you're unworthy, that you're unloved, that you're poor, that you're in poverty, that you can't do things, that you're generationally cursed. You say these things out of your mouth. And speech is incredibly powerful because speech starts to invoke belief, okay? You do it to yourself every day. No one else has to do it to you. No one else has to curse you. You understand? So, how do you break this? How do you break this idea and this belief you put in your mind that you are generationally cursed when it's not true? It's very simple. just stop fucking believing it. Okay? That's where the word rebuke comes from. If you listen to church people, right, and somebody says something they don't like or they don't want to bring into their reality, they say, I rebuke that. There was a hypnotist I learned from one time, and he said, listen, you don't have to take in everything that everyone tells you. If someone tells you something that you feel is not aligned for you or you don't like, just dash that away. You don't have to listen to that shit. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe that you're generationally cursed, because you need to watch my video, You Need to Lie to Get Rich, to understand how belief really works, how it really works. And it's in the word itself, okay? B, lie, V-E. All right? B means to exist. Lie means lie, right? Something founded in untruth. And VE is the scientific nomenclature for positive or negative. So that means you can exist in a lie that is positive or negative for you. That's all belief is. And here's the thing about the belief, they don't end up being lies because they end up being your reality. They end up being your truth. So you simply just stop believing that you're generationally cursed and find evidence for yourself that you're blessed. Find evidence for yourself that you're alive, okay? That you actually have some money, that you have people who love you, that you have the ability to go out and walk and eat, and you have all your limbs and your sight, and you're blessed. You have the power to do that. Nobody else has the power to curse you unless you believe they can curse you. That's how you protect yourself from these things. You don't allow that into your sphere if you don't believe it. Somebody says something to you that might be problematic for you. You say, I don't believe that. Now, what you got to understand is there's a difference, right? There's a difference between somebody criticizing you and somebody cursing you. A curse has high levels of emotional conviction involved in it. Criticism, not so much. Like I could help somebody, right? I can tell somebody where I think they're doing things wrong, but I'm not going to put all this emotional conviction in it to destroy them. That's a curse, and I don't curse people. You know what I'm saying? Or myself, and you shouldn't curse yourself either. So all you have to do is simply stop believing in generational curses. You're not fucking generationally cursed. In fact, just say the opposite. You're generationally blessed. You know why? Because every single thing your ancestors did brought you here. Every single thing your ancestors did allowed you to have a phone or a laptop by you to watch this video for you to understand that you are not fucking cursed. They put in a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice for you to be here. For you to just sit and say that you have problems and you're cursed. No, they blessed you. You're lucky to be here. You understand? Good. You're blessed, and stay blessed. I'll see you next time. Peace.